Attention. Welcome to the Different Spectrums podcast. We dive into the wild world of mental health discussions. Get ready for profound talks, a sprinkle of humor and sarcasm, and a touch of colorful language. Just a quick heads up, our show reflects our individual opinions, which may not align with the standpoint of the podcast, our featured guests, or any related corporate entities. Our mission? To illuminate through laughter and satire because everyone needs a good chuckle. Chill out and don't stress over the small stuff. Legal troubles? No, thank you. Cancel culture? Please spare us. We'd rather keep this space lawsuit free. So buckle up, have a good time, and join us as we navigate the vibrant realm of mental health on the Different Spectrums podcast.
Hey everyone, it's me, Doctor Naz again, and I told you during Christmas break we're going to launch a couple extra things as we take a little bit of a vacation. So today we're actually going to launch a podcast appearance I did on their podcast. This is Dr. Matt. He was with us earlier in the year where we did a podcast on New Girl and neurodivergence, ADHD, autism, and many other things. We just had a candid conversation with me, him, and his co-host, and where we talk about my journey, and they do an interview of me. So if you're more than welcome, if you want to learn more about me, Dr. Naz, how I operate, suicidality, mental health related issues, and just me growing and learning in my practice, then you're more than welcome to join. It should be somewhat what they say inspirational towards the end. I think I get choked up a few times, and we have some fun and nerd out about a bunch of other cool stuff. So enjoy the ride. We're going to have a ton of laughs. Dr. Matt is a magnificent dude. I highly recommend him for anyone seeking out any mental health related resources. It looks like he also is able to work throughout the nation as a psychologist and also has his own private practice or group practice, which he operates out of, in which they also have some neurodivergent affirming coaching as well too. So check out the pod, stay with us, have some fun, learn about me, learn about his practice, and then we'll get back to having our normal episodes where we break down movies and shows starting next week. Thank you, everyone. Much love. And remember, take care of yourselves. And if you don't, that's up to you. Peace.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Nerding Out on Neurodiversity. I'm your host, Dr. Matt Zakreski, clinical psychologist, professional speaker, published author, co-host of this illustrious podcast with the Chandler Bing to my Joey Tribbiani, Mr. Jake Noonan. Say hi, Jake.
Everybody, great as always to be here. Dr. Matt, don't hate me for this one as well. I'm so behind on some of these references.
How? You are a white kid. How do you not know Friends?
I never watched Friends, actually.
Oh, you're the one.
I'm one of the few people who never actually watched Friends at all.
That shit was on every channel.
Every channel.
Is he a millennial? You got to be a millennial, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, yeah, it was on every channel. Like, you could not escape that shit.
Right?
I somehow did.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
I mean, Dr. Naz, you'll see that this is one of the many ways in which, A, we make fun of Jake for being a baby, but also that every time you think he's going to zig, he zags. Okay. He's like, oh, yes, by the way, I've been a professional ninja assassin for the 7 years, and nobody would bat an eye. But Jake's like, I just watch Friends, and I just want to throw a rock at him. So, I mean.
There you go. There you go.
I don't even know the characters' names at this point, to be honest. I know there's a Ross. I think that's it.
That's the worst one. Jesus Christ.
That's probably why I know that.
That's the worst one.
Yeah. No. That's see, there's a reason we didn't go with Ross. But I mean, I always try and pick my little pop culture, lead in to tie into our guest, because nobody does pop culture like Dr. Naz. So, a while ago, I got to be on his podcast, and you get the email that's like, hey, here's the prep you need to do for the podcast. And I look over it. I'm like, okay, prepare things. Get ready to talk. Know who you are. I'm like, I got that shit. And then I did the ADHD thing where I stopped reading the email. And then right before the podcast, I got a message from Dr. Naz be like, yo, you haven't sent me your shit yet. And I was like, there was shit I had to send?
Yes.
So I quickly read the email again. And it's like, oh, their whole podcast is based off, here are clips from this show or movie or thing that demonstrate neurodiversity in the world. And I was like, done did bad here. So I grabbed some clips from New Girl. We talked about New Girl.
Yes.
And it is a very good episode. But every time I listen to it, I'm like, I could have done better. So this is my olive branch to the Doctor Naz world and saying, like, let me mend some fences here, because we did good. That doesn't mean we can't do better. So yeah, confession. All right, that's actually why I wanted to have you on the show. We're good, so we can wrap now. If
okay, you just needed the brown guy for today. Got it. You're hearing racism. Got it. I'm the token Arab. Got it. Okay.
The magical brown person. You'll give me the skills to heal.
We're good. We're gonna talk to white ladies after this now. I gotcha. Yep. Sounds good. Yep.
Tell me about your Lululemons.
They're fantastic.
Oh my gosh, you sell essential oils on the side? Get the fuck out of town.
Oh my god. I'm not gonna shame people selling essential oils. But I kind of am.
maybe a little.
That was a fad for a while.
Yeah.
It was. But yeah, no, I thought the episode was good. You sent all this stuff in super late, but it was still really good. And that was still in our somewhat infant stages of the pod. Yeah, I think that was only like a year ago, but the editing, all the stuff is getting much, much fine-tuned now. It just takes a while for podcasts to figure out what you're doing.
It definitely does.
It really does. I mean, we just passed our 1-year anniversary, and listening to the episodes, because we don't exactly publish them in the order we record them.
Okay.
So it's like, I'm like, why we were doing so well and why did it go back down? Oh, because we recorded this one in like February 2024 and we're publishing it in August 2025. Gotcha. We've gotten a little better.
Yep.
So, but tell our listeners about you. Tell us the Dr. Naz version of the story.
Dr. Naz version? My dad would say I'm a piece of shit. Probably end on that. No, I'm fucking with you. So the normal professional spiel is social worker, doctorate in social work, master's in social work. I've been doing individual therapy at the university level for 11 years. I now have quit that job, and good riddance to all higher ed jobs, because usually the administrator is like the worst. I don't care what job you're at higher ed, the administrator is usually the worst. But it was fantastic at working with the clients, the students, right? I love working with college students in that age range. Now I own my own practice. So now I'm just working at home every day with a nonprofit. Fantastic not having a boss and rolling out of bed. And it's like COVID days again, where I'm just in shorts and in a polo. So like there's definitely gym shorts under this.
Prove it.
No. Give us a dance.
Caught him.
Dance for me,
There's actually
boy.
not gym shorts under this.
Yeah.
I'm
This
just
is gonna be our
naked.
first after hours podcast.
I'm just naked. But yeah, so I've been doing the nonprofit now fully since September, but technically I was doing 2 jobs since fucking January. So I'm extremely tired and burned out, but now it's starting to come down. I mainly work with folks that are autistic, neurodivergent, such as other things as ADHD, anxiety, OCD, addiction related issues. Mainly work with Black and brown folks. Those are the folks that usually hit me up. And then people that, think that they're weird, and then they sit with me and they're like, oh yeah, so I'm probably autistic. I'm like, yes, you are. So that's the vibe. I work a lot with athletes in college, and now I still work with some athletes too, but they're usually like high schooler kids, because the parents are hitting me up. Mexican, Lebanese, from Michigan. Used to play college sports, is football. Super nerdy, super busy, super fucking tired. But like things are getting good now. Like homie's learning to set boundaries. Now that I've made my money, now I can actually rest just a smidge and like actually do the shit that I want to do. Because when you're scaling a business, it's wild. But that's me,
God.
just a regular ass dude. Also ADHD, autistic, and like a shit ton of trauma in there too. So we're not getting into that today.
we may have picked up on that subtlety when you said, well, my dad would say I was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
It's subtleties.
Just to be fair, shout out to Pops, love Pops. He's in the room next to me. Disabled, autistic, a magnificent man that has raised me to be a magnificent man. And both of us have weird pasts, but we're better people now because we worked on our shit. And it's like every other day he's crying because how happy he is about the man I've become. So shout out to Dad, just because he's gonna watch this. So shout out to Dad.
Shouts.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, even talking to you for 5 minutes, I mean, it's just, I get to meet a lot of people in my life, and on the list of the most real people, I mean, you're first, second, and third, I think. I mean, it's just the way you lay that out there, like no apologies, no trauma dumping. It's just, this is it. This is what it be,
Yeah.
gestures to self, right? Like, and I just think that, no wonder autistic people and nerdy people want to hang out with you. No wonder athletes who have trouble being vulnerable are going to sit with you in a room and be like, yeah, all right, so I actually am terrified. And like, yes, you are. Tell me more words now. And I mean, I don't like, the more time I spend around mental health professionals, the more I'm like, listen, I could train an 8-year-old to do CBT, right? It's a system of questions and asks. It's a decision tree. But there are parts of this job that can't be taught, right? The ability to sit in a room and create a space that other people want to step into with their shit. And you, my friend, are just 99.9th percentile on that. That's just, amazing.
It's wild that you say that because people know on our podcast, this is what I was bullied about. This is why I was told I was unprofessional. This is why I told I was too thuggish, too hood. This is why I told I was too ADHD, too autistic. This is why I was put in the fucking closets when I was in elementary and then middle school because I was too much. And then I go into the graduate school and they're like, no, you'll never make it. You'll never make it. And like, holy shit, the whole reason why I'm actually good at my job is the reason why you said I'd never make it.
Right.
That's fucking wild. We do this thing in this world where we try to crush like every neurodivergent kid's life. And yeah, I had to tame some shit back because you have to make it in this professional setting, white professional settings. But then there's ways to still be authentically you and get it done. It's also terrifying to let people see those things. So normally I don't let any business people see some of the things that you see. My clients see it, and then my homies see it, and then people on the pod see it, like you, but like no other adults see it. They see the other version of my autistic self, which is just like extremely quiet. That dude don't talk. They just like, why is that big man so mad?
He is filled with rage.
No.
Yeah. It reminds me of that Key and Peele were on a show and they were talking about code switching.
Yeah.
And they were like, because like Keegan-Michael Key has like the whitest black guy voice ever, right? He's like, well, yes, CEO of Disney, I would love to be in this cartoon with you. That would be wonderful.
Yeah.
And then he turns to Jordan Peele and they're like, yeah, man, I'm not going to do the voice because I'm the whitest guy in the universe. But like,
you're already doing it.
But that's the thing, right? Like the rules of the game are set by the power class. And and I have a lot more feet and a lot more body parts on that twister board than you do. So like, I think I get it. People are willing to talk to me because I look what they expect me to look like.
Yep.
Right. And I mean, and I always say, like, since I'm the most privileged person in most of the rooms I walk into, I got to use that. I got to use that for good, not for evil. So I mean, that's a hell of a journey. And what made you want to be the helper? Because like when you said being so othered growing up and like just being locked in closets and shit, like people who go through that either become, I have to fix this system so it doesn't hurt anybody else, or I'm going to burn the system to the ground. How'd you navigate that minefield?
Yeah, brother, it is neither one of those. I was a class clown, so you through traumas, you find your identity. So you become a clown to like make friends, and you say wild shit. So the ADHD is just like living and breathing. And then other trauma shit, you're trying to manage people's moods. So I became the clown. Love making people laugh. Love making people smile. Love talking shit. I like protecting people. So my rage comes out when I see people I love being hurt, whether it be friends, family members, blah, 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 people I deem that should not be bullied. So the protector came out in that way, but I wasn't trying to fix no systems or nothing, man. I was going to be a physical therapist to work with athletes because I like muscles. It's a good thing I didn't do that because I'm probably too much of a pervert. So like, just love muscles. The striations, the way it works, the human anatomy. So the science part is fantastic. So I have a pre-med undergrad degree, and that was fucking fantastic. Loved it. Cadaver labs, like everything about the human body. And so that was the goal. Couldn't get into physical therapy school because my grade wasn't right there yet. It was like a 3.3, 3.4, right? You need to have more of that 3.7, 3.8. But my dyslexic ass sucks at writing. So I could never like get the grades I needed on all these labs and like the exams. I just couldn't. My GRE wasn't high enough. So I got waitlisted and I was like, what's another way to work with athletes, which are predominantly black and brown folks in higher ed? I was like, oh, let me do therapy. So as I had my psychology degree too as the undergrad, that was always the goal, like dual this shit, start a company, start a nonprofit, start a community center as I kept going down the college road, is to like just protect our people and have like a safe space to work out. That was it. It was the safe space to work out for athletes or poor folks. And not just a gym, like a community center.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I'm doing this internship and, I get fired from one at the school and all this other shit happens. And next thing you know, I'm good at working and doing therapy and I'm getting baptized by the fire because at the college, the lady ended up having a medical issue that was seeing all the kids. So then I ended up stepping up as the intern to see the kids. And then I just had a knack to talking to kids and them just being chill and vibing with me. And next thing you know, I'm just working with a lot of autistic kids.
Yep.
Next thing you know, I'm doing group therapy with autistic kids. Next thing you know, I'm completely integrated with all the sports teams in the school.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit. So it just metastasized. So now I'm like this grown ass adult that all these children follow.
Yeah.
It's like the golden retriever video on YouTube, but then there's all the little ducklings that follow it and sit on it. They're like, yeah, that's you. For Halloween, my women's autism group, they dressed up as minions and I'm Guru. So I think that's kind of cool.
Love.
I know. I almost cried. So,
Please tell me you have pictures of that.
We will have pictures soon. The pictures will be soon.
Yeah.
So it just grew into this thing. I love protecting people. I love talking to people. I like helping people fight whatever it is.
Yeah.
I've been suicidal most of my life for a bunch of different things. So it's really good to like fight and to push against things. But that's not always advocacy. It's just I want them to win their own battles. And you got someone like me who's been hustling since a long time. I can hustle in almost every single way. And a lot of this shit isn't always like CBT therapy. Like we're doing like some grimy ass shit. I'm like, okay, this is how we probably need to manipulate this situation so you're safe. You're still saying therapeutic things, just different words, because I'm working with different populations. So I turned into a protector. The cool thing is my name in Arabic translates into the protector of people and the warner of people. So maybe this was my destiny anyways.
Shit.
And with a grandpa that came from Lebanon but worked and lived in Palestine, I feel like this is just the route that my life has taken purposefully. So this is where we're at. I love my job. Love every bit of it. I love that my babies can text me at 10 o'clock at night last night, a grown-ass woman, and be like, I'm crashing the fuck out. I don't feel like being alone. And then I'll just text them back and forth for a little bit just to make sure that they don't self-harm or do anything wild. The fact that that's my life now is fantastic. I could die happy, but there's too many people that depend on me, so I can't die just yet.
Yeah, no, we need to get more good out of you yet. So yeah, you got to keep running that race, man.
I'm telling you, brother. Yeah. Much more to run. And the community center will happen. It is probably a couple years away. I have a lot of debt that's going to fall off with his college loans and the money I'm making now. So the community center in the Michigan area within the next 3 to 5 years, maybe even sooner. Depends if I want my niece to move here to Purdue and then go to Purdue University for aerospace. So there's a couple things I'll know in the next year if I'm staying here or if I'm going to Michigan in the next year.
Well, I'm going to say this now is that when that place opens, whether it's next year or whenever the next Winter Olympics is, like, I'll be on the first plane, man. Like, that's
It'll
like
the shit. We're going to be in the hood though. So I'm just letting you know, like your white ass going to be like, wait a minute. There's too many colors here.
But, there's two kinds of white people in those situations. Well, three. The first kind is they never go. They never cross those train tracks, right? The first kind is like the clutch the pearls, like, oh,
no, I don't think that'll be you.
Like into my car.
That won't be you.
And then there's me that's like, hi, I enjoy Dave Matthews Band and ranch dressing. I don't fit here, but please tell me what you do so I can learn more about it.
Because you're the guy that gets innocently robbed. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Happily. Like,
No, dude, it's gonna be the
Take
shit.
my
I
money.
can't wait.
It's fine.
It's fine. I'm helping out the youths.
I'm not here to
That's what I
gentrify
came
the
here for.
neighborhood.
Yes, that's what I came here for. This is a cultural immersion experiment.
I'm
Oh
getting
my-
back.
They took my tooth cap. How they take my
My
fillings,
car keys.
bruh? I can't wait.
I don't know if I told this on when I was on your show. When I was in high school, a kid transferred to our high school. His dad was a delegate to the UN, so he was here for like a year-long mission. So like his kid went to our high school, and he was, I want to say he was from Armenia, maybe.
Okay.
He was
Armenian, yeah.
that general part of the world, and like. So he took me and his son James like around New York City, and we're trying to leave New York City to go back to New Jersey. We missed the exit. We end up in Harlem. And this guy who's driving like a Mercedes 350 SL, like, and this tiny little guy, he pulls over the street, and there's these three black dudes in the, I mean, it was the 90s, the giant, remember the giant starter jackets?
Yeah.
That was the thing.
They're coming back.
Right. I mean, I will buy one. I'm not a fashion guy, but
They're selling
absolutely.
it at Costco now, so they're coming back.
And he gets out, he's like, "Excuse me, gentlemen, could you please tell me how to get to the Holland Tunnel?" And these guys look at him, and they look at each other, and look at me and this other kid in the back car, like, "Oh God, we're gonna die!" And they're like, "Yeah, man, go down this way, turn around, you'll be." He's like, he shakes all of their hands, and then gets in the car, and we drive away. I was like, "Oh, you just like you don't know enough to know how bad that could have been."
Yep.
But also because you treated them like human beings, they treated you like a human being. What a concept, right?
Also, the world trains us to think that every scenario that we go into is shit and that humans are shit, and politics has polluted everything. So they make it seem when you go into Baltimore, Chicago, Flint, Michigan, where my family's from, that you're going to get robbed and die because the black people are scary, or because if you go to the country, the white people are scary and will murder you. It's just not true. Does it happen? Yes.
Yeah.
But most people are actually fantastic. And a lot of clients, my autistic clients, they're terrified because all the news. And we have to do that exposure therapy. And I'm like, humans are good. Also be careful. And we go through all the different things to make sure that they're careful. But not everyone's going to hurt them. And I think that's fantastic when they see like, holy shit, there's good people here. And I'm like, yes. Yeah. How do I know there's good people here? Because you exist and I exist. So there has to be more of us. But yeah, great story, funny, a learning experience, but also the world teaches us to be scared of everything, and it's bullshit.
Right. My one of my favorite professors in graduate always say, "Be prudent, not paranoid."
Yeah.
Right. And that's, right. Like, I'm not going to be counting my money. I don't have any money. But if I had money, let me count all these dollars as I walk through Newark. That's just a bad idea. But like, there's nothing inherently evil or bad about anybody. And we've got to train our brains to understand that if every 20th time something bad happens, that means the 19 other times we're good, right? Yes. Both of those things can exist.
They can. And you prep people, and I'm just thinking about all my clients that have been recently victim shamed by people that are their loved ones. And I'm like, stop. So yes, I get you have to be careful, but also don't blame the person. Right. Like, people will be bad. Don't blame that kid for walking that area. Don't blame that girlie for wearing certain things. Don't blame her for being out at 10 o'clock at night on a walk. Like, people think they should be able to walk. So it's nuanced. The world is scary, and also it is actually very awesome at the same time. We don't really talk about that or see that on the news.
No.
Or on Instagram. We don't see that good shit. I don't see good shit on Instagram anymore.
Yeah, right.
No, it doesn't sell. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, social media has blown all the nuance out of the water, right? Mm-hmm. It's either this is the greatest thing that ever happened, or danger and peril. And like, like I tell my clients all the time, life is much more boring than that. Like, life is actually kind of same shit, different day, right? Like, it's like, I went to the grocery store. All right.
I went to my job that I kind of hate. I went to my family that I kind of hate, and then you try not to like kill yourself. Sorry, that was dramatic.
Oh no, Doctor Naz, don't say things like that.
I know
that are very true.
I am not currently suicidal, FYI. I'm a very healthy young boy. Oh, but I did have a few crash outs recently, and that happens, right? I've had, oh my God. We're going to pivot real quick. So I randomly was like extremely overwhelmed and got back from a long vacation in the summer and was cutting the grass, and my brother was cutting the grass, and it was weird. I was trying to pull the grass because it kept getting choked up because it was so tall and it was wet out. So I shoved my hand in the little thing to pull out the grass. Well, the lawnmower, I forgot this time to let go of the thing. So of course the lawnmower was running, and I shoved my hand in the lawnmower, and it did slice it right down the middle. So this thing was like a little like hot dog bun. It was gnarly, my guy. The pain that I went through there, and everyone goes like, why would you do that? Don't fuck with me right now. Don't. I'm very close. The nurse was like, so did you do this on purpose, sir? Like, no, there's easier ways to die.
Right. Let me just slowly go through a lawnmower. Like, that's not going to work.
It was horrible, my guy. It was horrible. The shots that they had to put into my finger to numb it was the worst experience of my life. And then, of course, the shots didn't work as good. So then they had to go right into the tip. I was like, you can't be serious. It was horrible. It was horrible. Learning experience. My niece calls this the hot dog finger now because it was cut like a hot dog bun, and she's 2. So she's just terrified of the hot dog finger. It's very funny.
Yep. It's coming soon from Bloomhouse, the hot dog finger.
I'm telling you, brother. She's like terrified. Like, we'll be walking. I'm like, you have to hold on to my hand. We're in the parking lot. Not the finger. She'll like melt down and run away. I'm like, you're running towards the cars.
Jake, when we're texting each other, trying to come up with a title for this episode, we have to call it "Not the Finger" because
the hot dog finger.
Hot dog, yes, not the hot dog finger.
Not the hot dog finger.
Doctor Naz.
My God.
So
What's
like, if you're comfortable with this, like, you know, a stat that has lived rent-free in my head since COVID times, right, is that during COVID times, 71% of American adults said that they experienced some level of suicidal ideation, right? Because that was some scary, overwhelming shit, right? And I say this when I talk about suicide in schools, because I'm like, if 71% of American adults thought that, we know 71% of American adults didn't die by suicide, right? This isn't the leftovers, right? Like, people aren't like fault. That's right.
The visual, because my autistic ass is very visual, so that was intense. I kind of saw like a
Dr. Naz's
Thanos
face, but it was a face.
It's like a Thanos snap. Then there was also like this cold mush that my father makes.
Yeah. Yep.
This is the
We're
leftovers.
teachers that say Thanos was right.
All that was left was the racist. Well, how did this happen? Sorry.
No!
I'm sorry. Don't want to make your podcast.
Don't need to apologize.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you want to see me go Mad Max? Like, if I'm going to be the road warrior, like if I was the only person left in a world full of racists, I too would be wearing all black leather and like just wandering around the wasteland.
There you go.
Yeah, right. But we're not going to do that.
No.
We're far from that timeline.
Back on track. What was your question, brother?
Right. So, like, if 71% of American adults had suicidal ideation, and there was definitely a number of suicides during COVID,
Yep.
but those numbers they're not the same. So, like, what's it like living with recurrent suicidal ideation and still being a very functional adult? Like, because I think a lot of people treat suicide as like one of those things where suicidal ideation is like you hit the stop button, you hit the brake button on your life. You're like, I can't keep doing things. But you're sort of an evidence of that is not always the case.
So again, very contextualized and very one-off. Everyone is different. So you will have some versions of my clients that are extremely suicidal and they cannot function. You'll have folks that have intrusive thoughts. So, right, for those folks that don't know, intrusive thoughts and impulsive thoughts are different. Impulsive thoughts, a lot of ADHD folks say wild shit all the time. You may do this, you may do that. You may squirrel. Like, it's the squirrel. Those are those impulsive thoughts. Intrusive thoughts are usually, we deem, they could be those two, but more self-harming. So those have been interesting when, like, I see a fire, I'm like, ooh, fire. And like, I should put my hand in it.
Right.
Like, so the intrusive thoughts, people don't know this, but some on the pod know it though. Is that there'll be different ways that I'll see in which I could die. And I'm like, why am I fucking thinking like this? And like, I used to be scared of it, but now it's like normal. So it's not a big deal. The one I don't talk about much is the homicidal thoughts. So those do happen as well too. My brain just thinks of the worst case scenario wherever it goes, and it's just like, what would you do that would fuck all this up? Oh yes.
Yeah.
But I'm never doing those things. The actual suicidal thoughts, though, and the attempt was in 2009, after I just gotten kicked out of university and arrested for violence, which was looking at a pretty severe felony for hurting someone and then trying to hurt a few other people. And people know on the pod, and all my friends know, is because like a bunch of kids were bullying my friends, and it was a white and black versus white type thing. And so I'm the big bad bear that will stop that. And so when I saw the faces, and I can still see the faces in my mind and feel the feelings, it's like, oh, I'll handle this, because I don't like my friends feeling horrible about themselves, the people I love. So I made a horrible decision and decided to hurt some people very physically. Got kicked out of school. I had to move in with my dad. That's fucking, it was fine. It was terrible. Then we're just working. So then you disappoint him. He has to pick you up from jail. And like, he has his whole, his prison stories as well too. And he doesn't want me to follow in his footsteps. So just overall, just let my father down. So he's sitting in the jail cell, just like, what the fuck did I just do? And then you see how long the road is now. I was also playing collegiate football at the time too, and very good collegiate athlete. So everything's different now. Everything's fucked. You go to community college, and that's when I was the realest suicidal. That's when the attempt was in community college. Just trying to restart and be like, holy fuck, it's going to be like 7 years until I graduate. And I'm already 2 years into it, and I've lost. None of this counted. None of this counted for anything. I am fucked.
Yeah.
So that was a wild time. You just keep moving day to day, day to day, day to day. And then you keep flirting with some suicidal stuff. And then you're lucky enough that it doesn't happen, that your flirtations aren't fulfilled. And so now here we are. I also talk about other things in the pod, that if this person was gone in my life, there's no way I continue to live. If this person was gone, there's no way I continue to live. So I'm not going to say their stories, but there's other people that have been suicidal in my stories. You just maneuver it. As a young child, I used to beg to die all the time. When you're alone, you're neurodivergent, you're depressed because your father's gone, and some people in your families are taking turns beating the shit out of you until you bleed out of your skin. It's not fun. Not fun. So you just keep moving. And my thing was always put my head in the floor, take the beatings, because I'm good at taking beatings, literally and metaphorically. And you take the beating, and then hopefully one day you can lift your head up and it's okay. So since I was a young kid, day by day, try to make it to lunch, try to make it to the afternoon, then make it to Wednesday. If I can make it to Wednesday, there's only 2 more days left. If I can make it to the following, it was always that lunch, Wednesday. And I would just segregate everything. Even in college, I would segregate the exams. In high school, I would segregate to the seasons or the semesters, right? I would know, oh, March Madness is here. Almost done. Yeah. It's almost done. I don't give a fuck about March Madness. And it was like, it's almost done. I can make it to the next grade. Right. And then I get to the next grade, then maybe I can get a degree. Maybe I'll be safe. Maybe I'll be able to make some money. I won't have to hustle my whole life like my family did and do like illegal shit or just suffer. Right. And I got my undergrad degree. It didn't really help too much, but my father felt really good about it. I got my master's degree. Then I started to feel like, oh, okay. So like, maybe I'm not going to fuck this up and be in prison. Then I got kicked out of one of my programs. They almost kicked me out of the full program and internship. So that was a wild time too. Then I graduate, and this magnificent black woman, which was my punishment to be under her as an intern. She was fantastic. Oh yeah. They literally said, she's like a very strict black woman. She's going to get you right. So my punishment was, don't get kicked out of school. Go with her. I was like, okay, fantastic. I ended up being the best intern she's ever had, and a friend and a colleague afterwards. Love her to death. She also gave me therapy as well too on the side. Cause I don't have therapy, never knew what therapy was, even though I'm doing it. And I didn't have money for it. And that changed my entire life. I was like, holy fuck, I'm good at this. Yeah. Don't let these people tell you shit, kid. So then I end up being good in college. Life is good. I'm changing lives. I feel fantastic. I'm saving all these babies. My dad feels fantastic. I'm going on vacations. I'm only making $37,000 at the time, FYI. Not making a lot of money as a social worker. Then you fast forward and you think that you're happy, but you still have like weird thoughts and vibes and feelings. And then your best friends start having babies. And then you're just like, this is fucking amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. When you see the people you love have little babies, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm nowhere near suicidal. Never will be now that I got these babies. So I'm good. They're so fucking cute, dude. I don't even know how to explain how cute these little girls are and these boys are. Even though the little fucker just spit in my eye the other day. It's fine. But like, I cry because I get happy. And when you think you're going to die your whole life and you finally get happiness, you're like, holy shit.
Right.
So it's crazy. I tell a lot of people, I don't know if you know what happiness is unless you've actually been sad as fuck. Like, I don't fully know if you know what the top feels like. You've just been in this moderate area. You're so much more grateful when you've been to the bottom. I don't want anyone to be at the bottom. The bottom fucking sucks.
Yeah.
But if you've experienced it, that reciprocal has to be true. So eventually, hopefully, when you get through it, because you will get through it. I don't know how long it's going to take. It could take years. It could take a lifetime. But when you do get through it, it's going to be fucking fantastic. Suicidality is a temporary thing. Intrusive thoughts, that could be lifelong. But suicidality and wanting to die, very temporary. And then you get all the good joys. I'm not going to list all the joys right now because then I'll just cry more and I don't feel like doing that.
Can you list like 3?
Buying my house was dope. Buying my house. Being called Doctor Naz. And making sure that my father was wheelchaired up into the stadium to see it. It was pretty dope. It's pretty dope. Making sure that my best friends were there too to see it. That was pretty dope. One recently was my father seeing my 401k check because I quit the school. So I had to roll it over into my own E-Trade. And the face he made as this old man that's been hustling and is doing his best to stay alive at this point. To see him hold all this money, and dude, it was a lot of money. Because I put 24% of my check, well, 14% plus the school match 10. So I was very lucky. And the stock market was at all-time high when I cashed out. Or rolled over. So I just got these checks. He was like, he was like shaking. He was like almost falling over. That was pretty fucking awesome. I didn't even realize how impacted he was because I was supposed to write a referral letter for this kid for her doctor, which was in like 5 minutes. So I was like viciously fucking typing like, fuck. And then I just see my dad like sobbing in the corner. I was like, oh my God, this is too much. I've got therapy in 3 minutes. That was a good moment. The house, the doctorate thing, the girls being born, pretty cool. My autism groups. I run a PhD group in the women's group. To be my size at 6'3", 300 plus pounds, like a brown dude, and to have all these girlies in your room is pretty fucking awesome. Which are the most marginalized population there are. Some trans kids in there, a lot of queer kids, some black and brown kids. It's fantastic. Which have been through some horrible things too. My PhD group is very much black. So we know black folk count for like less than 1/10 of 1% of folks that have PhDs. I have 5 of them in my group. It's pretty fucking wild. So that's pretty dope too. Been crying a lot about that. So my heart goes out to anyone that's suicidal. Shit is tough. I've only lost 1 client to it that has completed it. The anniversary was 1 year ago, 3 days ago. So it's a weird time, but it is what it is. Love the boy. Shit happens. Some people, I'm never going to shame anyone that takes their own life. They're in a horrible fucking place that no one will be able to understand other than them. But as I tell all my clients, I can't help you unless you tell me what's actually going on, which that person did not actually tell me what was going on, even though I knew them for 4 years and we deeply had a great connection. Sometimes people are just too scared to own up to things or show up about things or talk about things because they'll think that I will think that they're a monster.
Right.
Like, brother, I know what monsters are. I grew up around some monsters. Shit, you ain't no monster, my guy. All right. That was a long spiel. There we go. And you got to see me cry. I cry a lot during interviews, FYI. I'm just too autistic.
Well, when I was on your
Or
show,
authentic.
yes.
Yeah. Authentic. That's probably a better term, but the tism and the hyperphantasia, me touching emotions, it's like it's happening right then and there. So it's intense. Did I cry when you were on with us? Hopefully not.
Well, when I was on your show, it's the only show I've ever been on where I cried from laughter and I cried because we got so fucking real with each other.
Okay.
I walked upstairs and my wife was like, I thought you were on doing a podcast. I was like, I feel like I just got hit by I feel like I got hit by a hurricane. Like it was like I was wrung out emotionally.
I definitely came.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Why are you smoking a cigarette?
Looking out the window, what's happening?
What were you watching? Some fat guy. I can say that.
He took me places I'd never been.
Oh my God.
No, I didn't know.
Emotionally.
A whole new experience in the world now.
Yes. It's a whole new world. Sorry. Whenever someone says that, I have to sing that.
Yeah. Oh,
Dazzling place you never knew.
Yep.
is this song about sex?
Oh my God. No, my first thought
Hold
was
your
food.
breath, it gets better.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. You get choked out now? I know you
Yeah,
can.
right.
All right. We got to pivot out of this. This was so good until now. Title your sex tape. This was so good until
Autism high five. Yes.
This was so good until now.
Phenomenal cosmic powers.
I'm not commenting anymore because we're not going to get out of this.
If this was live TV, they'd be like, "Beep. Sorry, we've lost our signal. We're having technical
Facts.
difficulties."
This is where we edit. This is where we edit.
This is just always where you and I end up, and that's as it should be. God damn. I mean, and there's I watch when I'm trying to get the sense of a person, I watch how little kids are around them, I watch how dogs are around them, and I watch how vulnerable women, especially women between like 12 and 22 are around them. Because like you said, that is a vulnerable population. And like you're like, I always say like I'm a big dude. I'm 6 foot 215 pounds. I'm not as nearly as big as you are. But like that's the thing. Like what some people have seen as violence, I see as a protector. I want my protector to have a battle axe and and a mace, not because he's going to use them, but because he has them, right? And it is clear that the energy you put out in the world, people who need protecting see you as a beacon. They see you as like, yes, this is a person who will help me be safe. And like, you can't fake that shit, right? Because there's a lot of people out there who try to fake, who try to look like protectors when they're really, traitors.
Yeah, they're probably imposters, right? Actual imposters. They're still probably good people. Some of them on the internet, they look like they're protectors and most likely just grifters. Majority of the time online, they're grifters, y'all. And then you got the folks that are doing the work. A lot of grifters. A lot of online shit is grifting. Because the real people are actually doing the work.
Yeah.
They don't have time to be online and shit like that. They're like doing the work. And so we forget to post a lot and do this all because we're fucking working, saving lives. And so like, oh, why aren't you posting anymore? Or like a lot of folks online, right? You see them when they ebb and flow and they're posting. That's because they're doing the fucking work and they're probably burnt the fuck out. Actual protectors, as therapists, social workers, caregivers, nurses, I think there's a decent amount of them. Some of them are better than others because they're more healed than others or they've had more experiences than others, positive or negative. I know how to channel my shit to make sure it doesn't affect the other person. My shit always sits here. I'll give you stories and self-disclosure, but it's always to help. It's never because my narcissistic ass is trying to make it about me. No. My share stories to help you. And also black and brown people share a lot of stories. So this is just how we learn and teach. I wish there were more protectors, but a lot of people in the world are just trying to survive. I'm not giving any excuses for any particular people, but people are just trying to survive. People were indoctrinated with like horrible shit, and the selfishness and the bigotry hides a lot of the protection from people. Yeah, it's sad, but it is what it is. I do my best not to judge folks, to hold them accountable, but not to like so deeply judge them because they didn't choose to be like this half the time. Wish there was more protectors. I pictured when you said that, like Shrek with an Iron Man like thingy, but then he had like this pickaxe like thing from like Fortnite. So that's kind of what I pictured when you said that.
Super
I mean,
Shrek.
Super Shrek.
Right. Is that the crossover we didn't know we needed?
It's probably well, technically that was like when you were talking about it, I was just building my Fortnite character.
Yeah.
So like there's like a Shrek, and then there's the pickaxe from the shield, right? So I was like, okay, that's what he's calling me. Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
I also saw me like bullying people over. What I visualize myself as the protector is I'm gonna go through the wall first. I'm gonna see if it's okay, and then I'm gonna hold the door open. You're gonna walk through it.
Right.
Where most people in life, they go through the doors, then they shut them, they fucking nail them shut, and they're gatekeepers. Right. That's how most people do it because they don't want them to catch up to them. I just don't fucking see the point of that. Yeah. I don't see the point. I help people and get no monetary gain from a lot of the shit that I do. And I don't want it. I'm not going to say the things that I do. And I'll actually reach out to people like, hey, I can help you do this, this, and this. Here we go. Like, what? I'm like, yep. Boom, done. Now, I can't believe you just did this. You just changed my whole life. Fine. Pay that shit forward. And I know you will because you're a fantastic person. So that's why I did this for you, because you're a fantastic person. Also, you're probably autistic. So
yeah. So I get extra points.
Extra points.
No, I mean, I really, the thing that the world has tried to take from us over the last 20-ish years has been that like healing is a personal journey that needs to be expressed in a collective. Like you can only heal you, but once you are healed or more healed, then you turn around and you help others. Like that's like, it's like almost like you're trying to speed run a video game, right? And it's like, I won. It's like, well, no, dude, now that you're better, you turn around, you help somebody else who's struggling. That's otherwise, what's the fucking point? Right? Like, if I'm better now than I was before, like you said, true happiness can really only be known if you have been truly sad or have truly lost something. So if you know that, you turn around and you say, hey, I know where you've been. I get it. I'm reaching my hand out. I can't fix it for you, but you're not going to do this alone.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, and to make healing like some finish line to cross, and then you can just like retire to the clubhouse is missing the fundamental point, I think.
Yeah, there's no finish line, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm still working through shit. Yeah, shit.
Stupid mental health.
Matt's like, why are the colors here? Didn't I get y'all? My vote didn't count for shit. Oh my God. I'm so sorry.
No, don't apologize.
This is the thing, homie, that I always make every white person that I see like racist as shit. And like my clients, oh my God, we were in group therapy. In the first week, they were introducing themselves. And the one girl goes, does Naz bully y'all? And they're all like, yes, very much so. Does he also act like y'all are racist and say racist shit, even though you've never said anything racist like ever to him? Yes, very much so. Yeah. I was fucking dying, bro. Yeah.
They probably love that though.
I love it. Some of the kids I gotta know not to push too far. You. Oh, does Naz bully you? It's wild. One of my girls, I swear to God, I'm gonna have her watch this. She started talking about her partner, and I just started narrating it in like a southern like romance novel. And I looked at Joffrey and I said, I'm gonna touch your face, and I'm gonna touch it now. And then we just gazed at each other. And this was in public, and people were like, and she literally wanted to die. Yeah. That was the best bullying that I've done this year. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. She hated me.
Yeah.
She was like, and then we hugged Naz, and I just screeched, and people just looked at me, and she's like, I fucking hate you. I could feel it.
Yeah.
But also she felt really excited. I was extremely happy for them to be with someone, right? I mean, it was fantastic. I'm teasing someone and yet affirming them at the same time. Go ahead.
Well, and it's actually like, to put the clinical hat back on for a second, like it's actually for autistic people in general, it's a vital social skill. Like the technical term is affiliative teasing, but it's like people who love each other rip on each other. I tease Jake for being the youngest kid in the universe, right? And
I don't know what you're talking
tease
about.
me for being a racist white person because frankly, I probably am. I don't want to be, but I mean, and like, but that's like to tell people that there's a difference between teasing to connect and teasing to break,
Yep.
right? And how like I might mean it teasing to affiliate, and if you read it as, like you said before, like you're like, I can call myself fat. Like the implication that I can't, right? Because if I do that, I might be trying to bond with you, but you might be like, no, you crossed the line, white boy. I'm like, damn. Just like all of human history. No,
Hey, and I cross the line sometimes, and then I reel it in. I take accountability as a grown ass man, and then I do better and understand that certain conversations are more nuanced than what they need to be. Also, as an autistic person, just as a human, you got to see where each person is at. And if they actually want to be teased or nudged or talk, they might need love and support and connection that day instead of me being like, you're dumb. What? My clients know that I'm full of love. I can only give so much love per day or per conversation. So I will like gas them up so much, and then I will end it with jackass.
Yeah.
And my phone, I do a lot of voice to text with this dyslexia. So my phone always redacts the jackass. So it's just J and then a bunch of dots. And like one of my girlies last night just laughed it up. Even though they were feeling terrible, I was like, blah, 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 all these awesome things. And just stop being mean to yourself, jackass. And then I know that breaks, for some reason, that word like calms people. I don't fucking know why. They laugh. And then it breaks like this horrible spiral. So humor is good. Or you can be like my best friend the other day when we're having like a real ass conversation, instead of just like sitting in the emotion. He's like, you want a shot? I'm like, so that's a trauma response. Let's just sit in this, my guy. He's like, fuck you, man. Like, I just sick of this deep ass conversation. Can we get out of here? And he's not very that verbal. So he didn't really say all those things. He's just like, we gotta go. His ass was stimming. I was like, are you okay? I'm fine. He's twitching and shit. Neurodivergent relationships are fantastic. There's so many different cues.
It's so much fun.
There's so many different
So much
cues.
fun.
Yes.
All right. Well, I guess I gotta put my hands on the steering wheel here and start to try to land this plane.
Go ahead.
Because otherwise, man, we would talk to you all day and we'd laugh, we'd cry, we'd face some uncomfortable truths about ourselves. It's one of us would want to take a shot at some point. It's a thing. All right, Jake, do you want to take the first wrap-up question? Because
Definitely.
good luck, Godspeed. I don't even know.
Yeah.
I got you. So, wrapping up question for you is, what's your favorite word and why?
Word?
Word.
What the autistic ass question is that? What's your favorite color and how does it taste?
Synesthesia.
Which Lego do you like to
like
taste?
blueberries.
I don't fucking know. I don't know. I probably say bruh a lot. I like to say jackass a lot. I stem bum a lot. You bum. You're a bum. You're a bum, Rocco. You're a bum. I got a lot of stemmy things. It just depends. I've never really thought about favorite word. That's a difficult one. So right, I'm having like 50,000 words come to my head, but then also they're all evacuating. So there's like 3 that are left. And I'm like, these 3 are not it. These are not the 3. I don't know. I feel like love is a very, very good word that is used very strategically. And when I say it to folks, it means a lot. I have a phrase. That's probably one of my favorite.
Yeah, we love a phrase.
Everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Everything's going to be okay. The thing that makes me and my clients cry is kindness. I just need you to be a little bit kinder to yourself. People tank because I switch up my voice too, because I'm trying to let them know I stop treating my friend like shit. You are my friend.
Yeah.
So I think kindness, love would be some of my favorite words, but also jackass and bruh. It's a complicated person.
Love the dichotomy between the two.
Yeah. Because the masculinity and the stupidity are very much always there.
Yeah.
But this other side that comes from my father and my grandfather is this overwhelming love and emotion. Uh, yeah. So those are some of my top words that I can think of. Kindness, love, bruh, jackass. I also hear my brother's voice when I say it too. He's like, jackass. It's also from Happy Gilmore.
I was gonna say,
just
like,
gonna
you will
say.
not make this putt, you jackass.
Jackass. So that's probably a verbal stim that's in there. So that's a good one. I might have to throw that in the pod. What's your favorite word?
Yeah.
I see some folks that are synesthesic that'll probably be like, this one because it tastes like purple. What? When did you realize you were autistic, sir? I'm autistic.
And is it right now?
When I was eating color.
Yeah. Also, FYI, anyone who has synesthesia or doesn't know what that is or can visualize or see things in categories, taste and feel things, right? Experience things in a different way when they hear them. The Pharrell movie documentary that we did on our podcast was fucking fantastic. I forgot what it's called on Netflix. That joint was crazy. And it's all in Legos. It's all Lego animated. It's fucking awesome.
We just had Nicola Rose on our podcast, and she just did a feature movie about a girl with synesthesia, and it's got like Colin Mockery in it, and like, but like she was like, I completely geeked out about the neuroscience of it, and then she's like, shit, I've got to turn this into a movie somehow.
Yeah,
and like it was just such a cool thing. Sometimes for all the neurodivergences I don't have, sometimes I wish I had synesthesia. Sometimes I wish my brain worked that way.
The clients I have that have it, it's fun.
I had a friend in high school who was playing like upright bass in orchestra, and he was just like not learning the music because he was just like listening and tasting the different notes. So he just kind of like organized it based off like tastes, and he's like, "Oh, that's how I play."
Dude, that's kind of how I do therapy. I ain't tasting you. I ain't tasting you. I taste you all up and down, Joffrey. Oh my god.
We're all gonna lose our licenses. Like all just
joke's on you, bitch. I ain't got one. I do.
You'll never find me, smoke bomb.
I have many licenses.
For now.
For now. Well, if I haven't been canceled yet, trust me, this isn't doing it.
We're not even close to that line.
No. I experience people like with my empathy and all that stuff. I walk through the thing with them. So that hyperphantasia, I can create the story and then walk through it with them. So I'm experiencing it just like a synesthesia person would experience it. Yeah, those folks are always fun because you can like throw them off with like certain things or phrases and you can feel them experiencing it. It's like, yes.
I get the feeling that like half of your work is you like teasing and making fun of and just seeing what happens with kids.
Let's be real. A lot of therapy is prompting things and like seeing what their reaction is. They're seeing what your reaction is. All it is just ADHD folks just vibing off of each other and seeing where it lands. I call it cannon fodder. Like, cause sometimes there are some traps in there. There are some traps. And I'll say certain things and they'll say, yep. And I was like, you are not supposed to say yep to that one. Let's talk about that. And they're like, fuck. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to say that you suck and then you agree with it. Like, that's not how this works. I can say you suck, but you can't say it. What? What are your other questions? I feel like you got some other good questions in there.
All right. So the other wrap-up question we always do is, if you could have one superhero on speed dial, who would it be and why?
Fucking hell.
Sorry. I'm actually not that sorry.
Don't apologize for that one.
I have no fucking clue. And all I can think of is like villains. So it's like, I'm like,
a villain could be a hero.
Yeah, villains can teach us shit too.
They were heroes until they got deeply fucking traumatized, most likely.
Right.
Or until their schizophrenia kicked in for Thanos. I have no idea. These are the worst questions to ask neurodivergent folks because it's just like, here's the 50,000 of them, you know.
Yeah. I love
that like there's the Captain America shield behind you too.
Yeah. Also, there's a panda. So that panda's been with me for 11 years now. So don't not mention the panda.
I feel like we should go with like the Shrek battle armor guy we did before, like Shrek with like the repulsor and also like Thor's hammer and all like.
I don't fucking know, guys. I'm thinking of a bunch of different characters. Like part of me was like, Iron Man's rich ass would be nice. It would be. Also, but these are just like rich white dudes. They're not even really fucking heroes. Like Batman, but like Christian Bale's fucking Batman. That'd be sick as shit. But then again, my nerdy ass. Let's go back to basics. We're going back to basics. It's the Turtles. We ain't fucking around. It's the Turtles.
Yes.
It's the Turtles.
But
'Cause
which one?
But, no, all of them. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. I like a group. I was gonna say a lot of stuff based on group stuff, which is not true. We're just gonna be hanging out eating pizza, my guy. I ain't gonna fuck with you. We gonna eat pizza, and this decrepit ass disabled person, my father, walks out. I'm like, what are you doing?
Would they be coming to you, or would you be going to them in the sewers?
I'm gonna be
Where
for
they have
real.
that, like, half
Oh
pipe
shit.
Hangout spot.
Well, if it was from like the 90s movies, then like I'd be okay with some of their bachelor pads that they had. Like it was like real sewer, like, you know, there's shit everywhere. I don't know if I can handle that because I got a pretty bad like smell reflex. I think the Turtles would come over. I don't even picture them protecting me. I'm just like, you want to get some Domino's?
You want to kick it? Like,
We're just gonna be eating pizza, brother. While
Have you
one's
tried this pizza?
doing
About that
nunchucks
pizza?
over here, the other one's doing his fucking science. It's all so we've done podcasts on different like turtle movies, and they're all like neurodivergent, autistic as fuck. Like they just are.
God.
Yeah, it's intense. All of them. They just have the different subplots, masculinity, different things, ADHD, the supreme intelligence one. They're just different versions of autism. So I'm gonna go Turtles. Which one specifically? Depends on the mood, brother. But I can only handle some of them in like short bits. So if they're all together, I feel like I can handle them all. But like it's one of them, I'd probably be like, okay, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
This is kind of a lot. You're kind of an asshole. Also, you're thinking too much. Also, why are you shoving the pizza in your ear? This one, I don't. Yeah, be all of them. Be all of them. There we go. That was a good pivot because I was thinking solely Marvel, and I'm like, what am I doing over here?
Yeah. I mean, it's like we all contain all the Ninja Turtles. Just and usually one of them is running the show.
Yep.
I'm like very Donatello coded,
Okay.
right? But you know, I got a little Raph in me, right? You know, I mean, like.
Got a lot of rap in me.
When my protector comes out, it's that angry Raphael thing, you know, and like, you know, and sometimes I just want to be Mikey, right, and
Just
do
fuck
that,
around.
but you know,
But that's my job. I want to be Mikey.
There
yeah,
you go.
fine. Well, yeah, I mean, but you're much more Michelangelo coded than I am, so that's okay.
Mine
You know?
is it Leo? I'm probably Leo. I'm probably the blue dude. Yeah, Leo. Yeah.
You've got that like burden of great leadership and
Yeah.
glorious purpose thing
That-
going on.
Yeah, that burden thing. Yeah, that rings pretty true.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Leo, sadly. Not the most famous one probably in there, but you know, he's getting shit done. He's getting the shit done.
Yeah.
That's probably my strongest coded one. But all the alters are there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we all contain multitudes.
But like an onion.
Okay, Whitman.
They're gonna build a bridge after me. Dr. Naz, of all the people we get to talk to on this show, I would literally talk to you every week because we would never run out of shit to talk about.
Plenty of stuff.
And you know, and you're just everything about you makes me want to be a better clinician and like frankly a better person. And you know, so I'm gonna be kind to you because you're so kind to everybody else. And your face is giving me like the
I'm good,
like,
bro.
how
I
close are
already
you to
cried.
being
I'm
Jackass,
good.
right?
I already cried. I'm good. Trust me. Like I'm so far away from those emotions, brother. You ain't fucking with me right now. I gotta lock in. I got a day full of clients too. I'm like, this white man's not gonna get me today, brother. Get your Confederate ass out of here. I'm so sorry. I ruined a
we're
good
coming
moment.
for you.
I ruined a good moment. I appreciate
Or
you.
did you make it better?
Nah, because he was trying to be a dude and like hype me up, and dudes rarely do that with other dudes, and I fucking ruined it. It's fine. I did make it better, but also like, why do we all suck at taking compliments? I don't fucking know.
Seriously.
Man.
It's one of my favorite things.
Diversity.
Yeah.
Trauma. It's
Yeah,
trauma.
right. A little column A, a little column B, mix them together.
Yeah.
No. All right. Well, I will keep helping you up because, you know, all of your hilariousness is seen as both hilariousness and a thinly veiled coping mechanism. So
Yeah.
that's how we do.
Yeah.
All right, but we got to wrap this up because I've got a client to go see, and I'm sure you've got clients to go see, and
Yep.
Jake, you've got to go help kids learn to read. So everybody's got shit to do. So Dr. Naz, we want to have you back a million times.
Whatever you want.
That'd be awesome. But thank you for doing what you do and for being such a beacon for so many good things and telling stories that, frankly, a lot of people need to hear.
Yeah.
So, that's really important. All right. For all of us at Nerding Out on Neurodiversity, thank you for learning with us and learning from us. And as always, thank you for trusting us with your time. It means the world to us. Jake, you want to send us out?
Definitely. Thank you everybody for listening as well. And Dr. Naz, what like an absolute treat it was. You're such an inspiration, and like being able to hear and see somebody who's so authentic in all of the spaces that you take up, like I just love that personally. So
I'm just trying to be a good
I
person, bro.
appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Yep.
Well, you're crushing it. So,
Yep.
and we're lucky to count you as a friend. So,
Yep.
All right. Well, I don't want to cry.
Yeah, he almost got me, the fucker.
Yeah. Doug, Naz, you want to set us out with a jackass just so we can end this episode properly?
As I always say, much love, people. Take care of yourselves or don't. That's completely up to you. Jackasses.
Jackasses. All right. We love you guys. We'll see you next time.
Love it. Take care, guys.